Welcome in, everyone. Happy Friday. We have made it to the final day of the work week.
I know it.
Hurrah.
Well, you're just telling me that you ran 6 miles yesterday.
I know, I'm feeling a little sore. Colton showed me Hunter's Orchard Park, and it was really nice. Like, they had this beautiful trail that was easy on the joints.
And right next to the river.
Right next to the river, and then I ran past that, and then I ran past, like, these other fields outside of it. It was a really nice run, and then I walked an extra mile, so I made 7 in total. I'm feeling good.
I did not do that. I went for a walk yesterday, but it was only like 2.5 miles.
That's so good.
So.
Well, take the exercise that you can get.
Well, the weather was so nice that you had to
nice.
get outside at some point, and that was my excuse to get outside, was going for a walk. And today's another repeat day, just a fantastic day. No humidity, well, very little humidity, and sunshine, just a few clouds. Temperatures are comfortable.
It feels so good.
I always say that I like the days that I can come out and say this can be sunny and 70. Today's gonna be 70 and sunny.
We like it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Your weather. All right.
Really nice weather. So we'll see this continue throughout the rest of the evening. So if you have any plans tonight, I know it's a Friday. I think the weather will cooperate. Look at these numbers right now in the mid 70s. That's actually a little bit below normal for this time of year, though. We average high is 83. So we are slightly below that, but still a very nice day across mid-Michigan. We do have some of those puffy cumulus clouds outside again today.
I know, they look like very cartoony.
Like The Simpsons open.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, that just comes from the daytime heating. That's all that is. Did not expect to see any rainfall. They are fair weather cumulus clouds, and we are going to be seeing just this nice weather continue on throughout the rest of the day today. So if you have dinner plans, maybe ask if you can eat outside. I think that will be fantastic tonight across all of mid-Michigan. Of course, the lug nuts are home tonight as well.
Yes, they are.
And we'll have temperatures in the 70s, sunshine, comfortable, not much of a breeze.
The lug nuts better win with these conditions.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's just fantastic weather out there today. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy.
Yeah, and also I know the Lansing Summer Concert Series is happening. So any of those outdoor concerts, or if you want to have a bonfire tonight, if you want to get the grill going, perfect conditions.
That's great. I should have put the bonfire forecast because it is a perfect night for a bonfire. Clear skies, light wind, and temperatures tonight will drop down into the 50s. So it should be a really nice night for a bonfire across the area. And if you're looking ahead to the weekend, I know Faster Horses is going on this weekend.
Oh, is that really this? Oh,
yeah.
MIS is going to be busy.
Yeah, going to be a busy town. Also going to have some really nice weather for the Hot Air Jubilee in Jackson. I know weather was a big issue last year. It didn't necessarily rain, but the wind was an issue.
Yeah.
This year it looks a lot better. The winds are not terribly strong. We're going to see dry weather through the weekend. But the only thing about the weekend is on Sunday, we'll probably see more clouds than sun on that day, but I still expect it to stay dry. There will be some showers around us, so we'll keep an eye on that. I left the forecast dry at this point, but I do expect a really nice weekend. Low humidity, comfortable temperatures once again. Saturday, it's a pool day.
Okay.
It's a lake day. It's
right.
a whatever else outside day because it's getting really nice on Saturday. So enjoy this weekend. Some of the nicest weather that we've had in a while over the weekend, so hopefully you can enjoy it.
Yeah, go soak it up.
Yeah, and the reason why we have this going on is there's an area of high pressure that's off to our, it's actually just off to our southwest, and we are seeing, when we have a high pressure system near us, that's sinking air. Sinking air prevents anything from happening. So to get a thunderstorm, you need rising air. So this is literally the exact opposite of that. And because it's off to our, it's beginning to move off to our east, we are going to be seeing our winds change direction. We saw that a little bit today, so that's why today's a tad warmer than yesterday, and that's why tomorrow's going to be a tad warmer than today.
All right.
All thanks to the wind direction. That's just getting into a formality, I would think. But looking at the next 5 days across mid-Michigan, we are seeing some really rain chances returning to the forecast heading into next week, as it looks like probably Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week could be on the wet side. But even then, looking at the 5-day totality here, it really is not that much rain. So we're getting into like the light, dark greenish, half-inch of rain maybe in some areas. But it does look like a lot of this rain chance can be holding off until Tuesday.
Okay.
And really, I think it's mostly Tuesday afternoon. So we're dry for a few more days, which is nice.
Yeah.
Especially after all the rain that we've been seeing. I think it's well-deserved. Low humidity is on the way over the coming days. As we head into next week, we'll start to see those dew points begin to climb a little bit, but still not a repeat of what we saw previously. And we are going to be seeing some really comfortable air over the weekend, even in the start of next week. But then the dew points get up into the upper 60s. You're going to notice the humidity not quite as high as what we've been seeing as of late. But
all right, that's good news.
But still really nice. And temperature-wise, we are tracking some signs of maybe a warm-up once we get towards next weekend. We have highs in the upper 70s and lower 80s today, through the weekend, into next week. So very comfortable, 79 next Thursday. And then next weekend, it does look like we'll probably get back up into the mid-80s across the area, maybe even some upper 80s out there. And I believe, I'm going to look this up right now.
Sunday, that's flirting with the 90s a little bit. It's getting there.
You know, we're going to say it. What am I going to say?
Can't believe it's almost the end of July and almost August.
Yes. Next weekend, the final weekend of August.
That's bizarre.
Or
July.
Oh my, I'm just jumping forward.
But in a little bit, we'll be saying, I can't believe it's almost the end of August. And that's when school begins. I know a lot of students are, they are dreading this last month.
I am teaching again this semester,
yes,
and I gotta get to work here because the summer's running out. But
Professor Cichoracki.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're going to be seeing temperatures in the 70s and 80s over the next 10 days, and really nice weather. Small chance for rain middle part of next week, but you know, if you're looking for some heat, maybe next weekend, but we'll keep an eye on that. Nothing major is coming, but you know, now that we are past the midway point of July,
okay,
that means we're coming up on 1 month since we began losing daylight.
Oh no.
And I think people on my Facebook page get mad at me when I post these things, but I always like to keep an eye on the sunset and sunrise, and anything that's interesting, I want to share it. We only have 12 more sunsets that are at or after 9 p.m.
Okay, so the rest of July, you need to enjoy the sunsets and the amount of daylight that we're getting. Because, oh no.
I have one graphic in particular that I always update the sunrise time manually, so like I literally see it change. And you know, the earliest sunrise I think is around 5:59-ish in Lansing, and now we're up to like 6:20. So it's changing quick.
I just need to like process that for a second, because I love the fall, don't get me wrong, but that's just like, you know, you start losing the daylight, you get sleepy so early.
It is. And you know, it's personally, I've always been a fan of having, I like when the sunrise is early because it helps me get my day started. You know, the sun's up, we're ready to go. But then, yeah, those early sunsets, especially in the middle of winter when it's at like 5 o'clock.
You're ready to go to bed by the time you leave work.
Yeah, you know, it's so crazy to think about it now since the days have been so long, thinking about what that's like. Obviously, we go through it every year.
Yeah. You kind of forget, though.
You kind of forget that it's like, oh, man, that's early. Driving home from work, the sun's going to be going down. But, yeah.
So, yeah, enjoy the rest of the sunlight and the late sunsets that we get through July, because August is right around the corner.
Yeah, yep, and we are losing daylight quick. So just another thing to keep an eye on. It's not anything crazy, and we go through it every year, but I did want to share that. That's always the downfall when we get to the first day of summer. It's like, yay, first day of summer, but then it's also like, well, we start losing daylight. So
there's a give and take to everything in life. Balance. There you go. All right. Well, we'll see you later on Studio 10, first at 4.
Yes, I will be doing part of Studio 10. Cole Engel, our weather intern, he will be handling the weather duties in Studio 10, and then I will be back with First at 4 with your forecast. All right, and 90 minutes of news. Andy will be in, but he will be live in Jackson for the Hot Air Jubilee, which will be a lot of fun. So he'll be in Jackson doing that. Lots of fun things going on all weekend long in the city of Jackson for that. Always a huge event. All right, well, sounds good. We'll see you for First at 4 then. First at 4, yes. All right, thanks, Colton, and watch those sunsets. Take advantage of them. All right, we'll see you later. Okay. Okay, pulling up what we have for our 90 minutes of news, but we're going to start with First at 4. So today we are talking with the Potter Park Zoo on their conservation efforts and for the endangered species, because this summer they've welcomed in a lot of new babies, they've welcomed in new animals, and bringing them over from other zoos that are AZA accredited. So that really speaks on the certification for these conservation efforts for these zoos, and knowing that these other zoos are qualified and have the credentials that they take care of the animals. And so it's this little partnership that they have between different zoos.
But she's going to be speaking more, Rachel Marlatt, on the conservation efforts for these endangered species, talking about all the new animals at the Potter Park Zoo this year, and how they go about the conservation efforts. Something else we're going to be talking about is a $10 million grant that they got. Ingham County got a lot of money from the fiscal year budget, and so Potter Park got $10 million to work on their primate feline exhibit. And with International Tigers Day coming up toward the end of the month, I believe it's July 29th, but the zoo is celebrating it on July 27th. They're going to be talking about this facility, this exhibit getting upgraded, and, tying it into International Tiger Day, but also speaking on the impacts of the conservation efforts and helping those endangered species. So kind of three different things that we're talking about, but it's all tied into one. So it's a lot of great information we have coming up today on Mid-Michigan Matters. Make sure you're tuning in. And I know we had a few coworkers here in the office that actually went to Potter Park Zoo last night for one of their zoo nights, or one of the events that they had going on, and they had a blast. And I know Potter Park Zoo has a lot more events coming up for the rest of the summer. We'll be previewing those and highlighting them, so you can head out to the zoo, especially with the beautiful forecast we have for the weekend. So you can look forward to all of that on Mid-Michigan Matters during First at 4 today. And then News 10 at 5, we have new information tonight about the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. Investigators say they found on Crook's cell phone an image of the arrest photo of Ethan Crumbley. Now that's the student who shot and killed 4 classmates of Oxford High School in 2021. Now they also found Crooks had looked into Crumbley's parents, who were convicted of involuntary manslaughter. So these investigators are doing a lot more digging into Crook's phone, learning about what a possible motive could be, and trying to understand, again, the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. I know they're having a lot more information, details arising from the investigation. So we're going to share all of that coming up tonight on News 10 at 5. And then earlier today, Michigan State Police held a highway dedication ceremony for the late trooper Caleb Starr. He was struck on duty by a drunk driver in Ionia County on July 10th of 2020 and succumbed to his injuries on July 31st, 2020 at 33 years old. Our very own Riley Connell will have reaction from the dedication and those remembering and honoring Trooper Starr. That's coming up tonight, News 10 at 5:30. And then more on News 10 at 5:30 and coming up on News 10 at 6. Central Michigan University says the College of Medicine in Mount Pleasant has more students than it was designed to handle. So 3rd and 4th year medical students already are based in Saginaw, but CMU wants to bring 1st and 2nd year students to the city as well. So hear what they plan to do for future medical students. That is coming up on News 10 at 6. Make sure you are tuning in to all of that, again, throughout our 90 minutes of news. And then again, I'm just going to show you some live looks outside because it is beautiful out there. Make sure you're taking advantage. This is a live look over downtown Jackson right now. And then I will take you to Michigan State University, just getting you those different looks across our area. So live look over MSU. Let me take you to Delta Township right now. Here we go. Looking good over there, and actually less clouds over in this direction. At least you know what the camera is showing. And then I'll take you to 496 if anyone plans on hitting the roads, getting out and about, whether that's you're traveling out of the area or maybe you're traveling in the area. You want to know what the roads are looking like for your travel. This is a live look. I'll take you to US 127 as well. You're seeing more of those clouds in the distance and in the forefront as well. And then I'll end it here with our Mason Sky Cam just so you can get another live look at that as well. So again, like Colton was mentioning, a great stretch of weather started yesterday. We're getting those cooler temperatures, lower humidity. I'm sure you're all feeling that because you can really feel when the humidity's out there, right? You're wearing it. So now we still have the clouds in the sky, but you're seeing the blue skies, you're seeing the sunshine, you're feeling less humidity and those cooler temperatures. So really great to get outside. We're gonna have that dry weather throughout the weekend. Make sure you're soaking it up because I know a lot of our weekends have had some sort of chance for rain in it. So again, make sure that you're enjoying all this beautiful weather, right? You want to take advantage because we don't typically get this beautiful weather, especially a stretch of it like we have been getting recently. So just make sure you're checking that out. And then also, Colton was mentioning, the Hot Air Jubilee with Studio 10. And so I know they were at the Hot Air Jubilee yesterday and, talking about it today as well. They're also talking about the Costco Apocalypse buckets. They're talking about Summerween, right? Getting ready for Halloween, but also tying it into the summer months. Then we're talking about sword fighting. They have hospice golf event, and they have their Find the Flag giveaway, which you want to check out, okay? So I'm gonna show you how you can go about their Find a Flag giveaway. Let me pull up our website, wilx.com real quick. There we go. So if you go to this little sandwich icon on the left side of your screen, you're gonna click on contests. There we go, Studio 10 Games Giveaway. When you click on that, you'll be able to scroll down, right? Watch Studio 10, you're gonna find the flag. Go here where I'm showing you right now. All you have to do is enter in your email. And then, so let me do this for a second. All right, so that, I'm gonna submit my entry. You're gonna put in your first name, your last name, street address, state, zip code, birthday, your phone number and birthday. They're gonna check off the terms of service, all of that good stuff. You're gonna agree to the terms. And then where did you spot the flag? So that is what you wanna enter in right here. And then you can submit your entry. So there's a little bit of things that you have to go through, right, to submit your entry to find the flag and win some of those gift cards. Who doesn't want free money, okay? Let's save. So go get your chance at winning a gift card. Again, all you have to do is find the flag, put in your email, some basic information, and say where you found the flag on Studio 10 for that day. And you have a chance to be entered in to win a few gift cards. So make sure that you're doing that. Otherwise, I was showing you where you can watch Studio 10. Head to their social media pages or their handles, WILX Studio 10. And then if you want to sponsor or advertise with them, Studio 10 at wilx.com is all you have to do to stay up to date with Studio 10. And again, just make sure you're checking it out because they have so many great ideas, whether that's, you know, Cole's Crafts, where you get to see crafts for different events like they had 4th of July that you would actually want to use, right? They're not just having you go out buying materials and just making something to make it. No, you can actually utilize these as decorations or, you know, using it as like food party bowls. Or if you have any upcoming little birthday parties for the kids or little craft events you want to do with them and make it a family event. Check it out because they have all sorts of ideas. And then also talking about the warm weather, Rochelle's Recipes is another great thing you check out. Again, if you want to fire up those grills, get a little bonfire going and really get a feast for this weekend, check out Rochelle's Recipes, and they are simple, tasty meals that you can definitely go try out. So again, Studio 10 comes up at 3 o'clock today in just under 40 minutes here, and Cole Engel will be bringing you your forecast for Studio 10. So again, coming up on First at 4, Colton Cichoracki will have your forecast, and then Andy Provenzano is live at the Hot Air Jubilee in Jackson, so you can tune in for the forecast then. And limited wind too, which is perfect for the Hot Air Jubilee with all of the hot air balloons. Very, very cool stuff. Something else that I do want to mention coming up, because we've been talking about the Paris Olympics. We've had the whole countdown going. I'm sure you've seen it if you joined us. But we are going to have some changes coming up starting Friday, July 26th, when the Paris Olympics begin. And so, as you're seeing on your screen, News 10 today at 11 and First at 4 will be moved off of 10.1. And that will be switched to our Heroes and Icons channel on 10.3. And also, News 10 today at 11 and First at 4 will also be extended into an hour each. So right now they're about half an hour. We're doubling that. So that means more local news, more content for you to engage with us and stay up to date. And then also, let me pull that back up one more time. I'm not done talking about it. But then News 10 at 5 and News 10 at 5:30. Again, those will also be moved off of 10.1, and they will be switched to our MeTV channel on 10.2. And I know some of you are probably thinking, what about Jeopardy? Don't worry, that is also being moved to channel MeTV, which is on 10.2. Make sure you go check that out. And just know that on channel 10.1, where you typically see our newscasts, that is where you can watch the Paris Summer Olympics. And I know we've been highlighting a lot of different athletes who are in the area, and of course other Olympians or Olympic athletes who qualified too. And we actually have some portfolios on these athletes, and we're going to let you know why they are so cool to pay attention to. We're going to share when you can look forward to them throughout the stretch of the Olympics, and also, you know, where they came from, if they are an Olympic medalist, or if this is their first time heading off to the Olympics, which is a big deal. And it's a big deal to return to it as well, right? Being able to have that once-in-a-lifetime experience and then do it again, which is awesome. But I know some athletes too, heading to the Olympics for whether it's their first time, their last time, some of them even end their career after this, right? It's a big accomplishment, and then you go off and you kind of continue on with your life. So this is really, I mean, it happens every 4 years, and we always talk about it. It's always such a big deal. So make sure that you're tuning in because they work so hard. There's so much pressure and expectation on them. But, you know, we hope that they just have fun and that they do well, right? And whatever they do, make the USA proud. So there you go. But yes, you can make sure you're tuning in throughout that time here. And I believe we're 7 days away now from the start of that. Yes, 7 days, because it would be... There we go. First at 4 producer Matt, he's shaking his head at me. Yes, because we've been doing the whole countdown. Yep. So next Friday, so literally in a week from now, is the start of the Paris Olympics. That is coming up so quick. I can't believe it. But make sure that you're tuning in. You can watch it right here on WILX TV 10. Something else I want to mention. I know that we've been talking about the pressure on these Olympic athletes and whether, you know, a lot of us are not Olympic athletes because that is just wonderful, but many of us have wonderful things that we participate in, but maybe we put a lot of pressure on ourselves and a lot of those expectations that can, you know, influence your mental health. So whether you're an athlete, whether you, you know, you're an employee, that's a lot of pressure on your own career. Whether you're a parent and taking care of children, that is a lot in itself. Or maybe you're an individual, taking care of your own life is already difficult, right? Life throws you all sorts of curveballs and you're just trying to navigate it to the best of your ability. Know that there are resources out there for you to find that support, find that guidance, find people who will give you advice and really want to listen to you. And if you just want someone to listen, they'll listen. If you're looking for that advice, they'll help you. So know that those resources are out there for you, and you can scan that QR code with your cell phone's camera, and it'll bring you to a little list of those resources. And just know that these are guidance resources. You don't have to use those ones, but it's just a good little jumping point to or starting point where you can start looking into some of that. So we want to make sure that you are connected with, again, those resources to improve your emotional well-being. Sorry about that. I think my necklace is stuck on the microphone. There we go. But I believe that is everything we have coming up on News 10 today. Let me just do one last check. I let you know when to watch when all the switch is happening off of 10.1. So again, the Olympics is on 10.1. And let me just pull it up one more time. I feel like that would be easier. At News 10 today at 11 and First at 4 are going to be expanded into an hour. You can watch that coming up during the Olympics on 10.3, the Heroes and Icons channel. News 10 at 5 and 5:30, and Jeopardy! You can watch on MeTV on channel 10.2. But again, make sure you are going outside today and throughout this weekend. It is beautiful weather, and the summer is coming up to an end. So really soak up as much as you can, everyone. Enjoy your Friday, and we hope you'll join us for the rest of News 10 today.